send it all to China.
Right.
And you know what? Being a little paranoid is a good thing about stuff.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
It's
absolutely.
invasive. It's invasive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so.
Cynthia, tell me when you're ready. Are you ready? Okay. We're going to start our meeting. Would everybody join us in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everybody. Members present are Mr. Carl Hinger, Selectman, Mr. Bob Belden, Selectman, and Steve Dunn, First Selectman. Guys, you probably want to turn, is yours on?
Yep.
Is it red? Is yours on, Bob?
It will be.
Okay. First thing that we go is public comment. Has anyone signed up for public comment? No. No public comment. Then we have a public hearing motion. At 6:45 today, we had a public hearing regarding an ordinance for the Housatonic Resource Recovery Authority ordinance. I would make a motion that the Board of Selectmen approve the proposed changes to the ordinance as written and discussed at the public hearing on March 2nd, 2026. Do I have a second?
Second?
Second. Any further discussion?
No.
No? Okay. Carl, anything?
No.
No? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Carries unanimously. We have no presentations. Announcements, Coffee with the Community will be on March 28th from 9 to 10 at Angel's Deli at 470 Federal Road. We urge people to sign up for the monthly Spotlight newsletter and Everbridge emergency notifications at brookfieldct.gov. Vacancies on boards and commissions. The Arts Commission is looking for one member. The Board of Assessment Appeals is looking for one alternate member. The Building Code of Appeals is looking for 2 members. The Commission on Aging is looking for 3 members and 1 alternate. Inland Wetlands Commission is looking for 2 alternates. Municipal Building Committee is looking for 1 alternate. Police Commission is looking for 1 alternate. Still River Greenway Ad Hoc Committee is looking for 1 member. Water Pollution Control Authority is looking for 2 alternate members. The Youth Commission is looking for 2 alternate members. And the Zoning Board of Appeals is looking for 2 alternate members. We invite the public, come out, join a board, help us out, help the town. We have really good residents and they've always responded. We'll move on to our monthly financial update. Marcia?
You have the revenue report. The projected revenues are about $35,000 less than last year's revenues, and that's primarily just the variation in the interest between what was projected and what was last month and what was projected this month.
Mm-hmm.
The operating budget expenditures, we normally do budget transfers in April.
Mm-hmm.
We will have budget transfers. Anything related to snow will need a budget transfer. And so we know about those. We'll have budget meetings later in the month with each of the department heads.
Right.
And find out how much we need and where we're going to get it from.
On that, I would like to say one thing. I had gotten a number of comments from residents who said they could absolutely see, driving from like Bethel into Brookfield, how much better the roads were in Brookfield. Our guys are incredible, the work they do.
Came up at the Saturday meeting as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody who came to the Saturday meeting was amazingly complimentary.
Yeah, it's just amazing. Okay, sorry, Marcia, go ahead.
Okay. We are looking for transfers for the capital non-recurring fund. Those consist of closing the plan of conservation and development. That's done. It had $29.72 remaining. We had money in case we needed it for a consultant for combining the P&Z, and they're going to do that internally. So we are closing that consultant money. Land Use Commissioner's Chromebooks, $12.28 remaining unspent after the project's done. Candlewood Fires paving and retaining wall came in under budget, so $2,250 coming back from that. Cadogan Court resurface. I'll just skipping over the increase and go into this decrease. We went out to bid and we could get it for $26,700 less than what was bid. There was one low bidder that we checked all the references and we had not used before. So that's a good thing. Kids Kingdom, we're looking for $40,000 more. That is after we went out to bid, and the difference is that when we asked for a quote at the time of the budget, it wasn't as thoroughly vetted as when we asked for the bid. And what we found out is the quote did not have the demolition costs in it. And the taking away of the equipment, which of course we're going to need. And so that is the difference between, of why we need more money. I'm not sure that's the whole reason why we need more money. I didn't study it enough to know that.
That's the biggest driver, though.
So this is just a bid information?
That's a
This
bid
is
and.
We haven't spent money. It's not like we're spending money and saying, oops, we discovered.
Oh, no, no, no.
It's all
We
from the
went
bid.
out to bid and.
Okay.
And we saw that that was not included in the quote, but it needs to be done. So that's the biggest difference.
You said something when you were just going through that. You said taking away the equipment. I think you meant taking away the old surface material, right?
Yes.
We're not taking
Not the
out
equipment.
any of the equipment out of there, are we? I don't think.
No,
No,
no.
it's just resurfacing stuff.
There are a couple pieces of equipment that we cannot find replacement parts for that we will be replacing, though.
Okay.
They no longer make the replacement
Oh,
parts.
so there is a little bit. of
There's a little bit, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
So in total, we would like to reduce the eligible spending in the capital non-recurring by $12,874, and we would move that to increase fund balance in the capital non-recurring fund.
That makes sense. Okay, any questions, Carl, or issues on that?
That's all reasonable.
It's all very reasonable.
And bonded, I probably could have left.
You want to do that motion, or you want to go on to that?
Yeah, why don't we do that motion? I make a motion that the Board of Selectmen approve the proposed transfers between projects in the capital non-recurring fund for the year end 2026 as shown in the attached report and forward to the Board of Finance for the review and approval. Do I have a second?
Second.
Bob seconds. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
3-0. Thank you. Okay, go ahead, Marsh.
The next one is the bonded capital projects fund. I could have probably left that alone, but sometimes the OCD just catches up to me. That we're closing the six-wheel dump truck for $226 and the backhoe for $2, which reduces it by $228, and we would put that in fund balance to the appropriate years, which I believe is 2026.
Okay, that makes, that's a good thing. So I would make a motion that the Board of Selectmen approve the proposed transfers between projects in the bonded capital projects fund as shown in the attached report for the year end 2026 and forward to the Board of Finance for their review and approval. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Carl. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, carries 3-0.
And then the last one is the town grant fund. Usually we get concerned when we see a negative number. We do not put receivables in this until the end of the year. There is a large negative number for 20 Station Road. It's like $774,000. We can't ask for reimbursement until we pay the final retainage, which is in process. So that we will be billing shortly, and I believe there's an email about that asking me for information today to get that bill out. And then we'll collect that money and it'll zero out.
So no surprises there at all, right?
There are none.
Yeah, okay. Okay, good. Anything else, Marcia?
That's it. The Board of Selectmen's budget passed on Friday, and on Tuesday, tomorrow, will be the first meeting with the Board of Finance on the budget. We'll start with introduction of the budget and a report from the Capital Committee, and then for the next 3 weeks, we'll be meeting every night. The Board of Finance will be meeting every night to meet with a different department and ask them about their budgets.
Yeah, on that subject, I would like to note that the Board of Selectmen unanimously approved the budget that we put forward to the Board of Finance. We did not always agree on everything, but we were able to achieve a result that I think meets the needs of our residents, has a reasonable tax increase for everyone. Nobody got everything they wanted, but we did what we thought was the best thing. And I think the Board of Selectmen did an incredibly good job, given the literally hundreds of hours we spent on this, to put together a budget that I think the Board of Finance will find very usable. Bob, any
I would
comments?
agree with that. It's,
Carl?
it was a good back and forth conversation throughout all our meetings.
It was.
And one huge accomplishment that we made this year is we have a 10-year plan, and we funded the current year 100% of the 10-year plan.
For the
Yeah,
capital.
which is the first
Capital
time we've
plan.
been able to do
Capital
that.
plan.
Okay. Thank you. New items, capital budget special town meeting. I would make a motion that the Board of Selectmen set the special town meeting for the capital budget for March 31st, 2026 at 6:30 PM at the Brookfield High School for the fiscal year 2026-27 capital budget. Do I have a second?
Second?
Carl seconds. Any discussion? All those in favor?
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
is that in line with?
The Board of Finance presentation.
Well, the line with the piece of it that has to go to referendum?
Yeah,
the
this is the
referendum
piece,
dates?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that we have to, for the borrowing, we have.
Yeah,
to
one
do that.
piece of it has to go to referendum, the
Right,
borrowing,
Right, okay.
Okay.
So yes, Carl seconded. Any further discussion on that? All those in favor of setting that date? Aye, carries 3-0. Farmers Market Ad Hoc Committee discussion. So in 2013, the town had created the Farmers Market Ad Hoc Committee. At that point in time, the Board of Selectmen had agreed to form the committee and then said in the next Board of Selectmen meeting, we will set the dates of tenure for the positions. That never happened. So everybody who was appointed in 2013 is technically still a member of the Farmers Ad Hoc Committee. And I see one of them here tonight. Over that time, there were, I think, 5 original members. Some fell off, and then 2 people, Betsy McIlvain, who is here tonight, and Kathy Lasser, really took over the entire farmer's market and ran it for 7, 8 years by yourselves. Is that correct?
Yeah, probably.
Right, 7, 8 years. When Betsy and Kathy asked to step down, we said, thank you very much for doing this. And because of the timing, we had the Parks and Rec Department take it over because we wanted to make sure last year it would run.
Right.
And they did a good job on it, but we'd like to ask residents to come forward and help us. Betsy and Kathy and the rest of the people did a great job. They got this farmer's market up running. It's very popular. Every year, more and more people come. We get more and more vendors, and we're looking for volunteers. And I didn't put it just under announcements or requests, but we're looking for special people, and I know they're here in Brookfield, to come help us with the farmer's market and run it. Any comments?
We gotta keep that going.
We gotta
It's
keep
one
the
of the things that
farmers
makes
market
Brookfield special.
Yes.
Right.
So-
It's one of the things
so-
that makes it special.
And,
So,
and the tasks are coordinating with the farmers
Right.
and vendors that are there.
Right.
And advertising it and
and then the town does a lot of the back office kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But it's then, and also being there, you know, if we get 3 or 4 people, we'd like to have someone from the farmer's market there from 3 to 6 on Fridays, you know, in case any problems come up or issues. And Betsy and Kathy have just been great about that. And it's so important, and it's such a good thing that we really need people to step up.
yeah.
And if you don't step up, I'm gonna be calling you, asking you to step up. I don't get Carl to call people, I don't get Bob to call people. But I wanna publicly thank Betsy and Kathy for all the work they did. They've really done a superb job and made this such a great event for Brookfield. And if they didn't do it, along with their other members, it would have been a great loss for Brookfield.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what we're asking for there. Any further comments on that?
No?
No? Okay. Updates. On the cell tower, we are going through back and forth with the siting council. I know that there are a lot of citizens groups and condo association are making a lot of comments, suggestions, things like that. We have commented to the siting council. They will be holding a hearing. We have asked for intervenor status which they will, the Siting Council Commission will make a determination this month. I believe they meet whether we get intervenor status. I think they will give it to us because we are a town. On the Iroquois gas compressor, Tom Beecher isn't here tonight, but we are in a lawsuit where we have asked the courts to stop DEEP from moving forward until they have an actual hearing, not an informational meeting, a hearing. Obviously, it goes back and forth. The Iroquois lawyers have filed a motion to say our motion is terrible, and then we filed a motion to say, no, ours isn't terrible, but yours is not good, and it's going back and forth. We're still waiting for the courts to decide, it goes back and forth.
Yeah.
And both sides, I'm not making light of it, both sides are allowed to make comments regarding the other side's position, which is where we are right now. We don't know when the courts will make a decision. We're hoping it'll be in the next 4 to 6 weeks. Last thing is celebration of the 250th anniversary of the United States. The Board of Selectmen formed a working group at one of our meetings. I'm going to be running that. I have about 8 people from different groups within town. The VFW, the library, Parks and Rec, Historic District, and a number of others who have agreed to help us. And what we're thinking, and I wanted to discuss this with you guys, I've discussed this briefly with Bob before, is that we form this working group, and each of these groups tell us what they want to do. The library's already got a number of programs they want to do around the 250th anniversary, and the working group would get together, look at all the various things that they want to do, and then we would coordinate that. And Laura Murphy, head of Parks and Rec, has agreed to kind of lead the charge for the town on that.
Good.
And I'm going to be calling that working group together within the next 2 weeks.
I think the important thing for the group as a whole, across all of it, is to make sure there's a proper crescendo.
Yeah.
Coming up to this big it's an important celebration.
It's a
for the
very
country,
important
so-
celebration.
So, you can have lots of little things, but if there's proper advertising and proper energy behind things, people will notice that we took care.
Yeah,
Right.
and there is, I can tell you now, there is significant interest in doing a fireworks display,
Okay?
but they cost a lot of money.
Yeah, that might
But
be-
we're not saying no.
That'll be the discussion. When are you meeting with them?
I haven't set the date, but within the next 2 weeks, because we really got to get going on that.
We do.
Yeah. Then let's move on to selectmen approval for routine matters. I would make a motion that that the selectmen approve items A through E on the consent agenda, which is comprised of Board of Selectmen meeting minutes. I won't list them all. Driveway bond releases, excavation bond releases, and employee changes. We have a new hire, Jamie Dura, full-time dispatcher, effective 1/29/26, and a position change, Michael Ellis went from full-time dispatcher to part-time per diem dispatcher, effective 1/5/26. Do you have any?
I'll second that.
I'll second that. Any questions, concerns, issues? All those in favor of the
Aye.
consent agenda?
Aye.
Aye carries 3-0. I say aye also. Appointments, there are none this month, and I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Bob
I'll
made a
second.
motion to adjourn. Carl seconds. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, everybody.
All right. 18 minutes.